Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs. Hey Jim, who are we waving to?
Oh, all our fans out
Oh,
there.
the fans. Jesus.
Keep your shirt on. Keep your shirt on.
This is a conservative town.
No, it's a
Keep
fat guy over there.
Oh, it's
Tell
a
him to
fat
keep
guy?
your shirt
Oh,
on.
no.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Are you talking about me? I have my
No.
shirt on.
No.
Okay. You and I got to keep our shirts on.
So Ben was working with me today.
Yeah.
And we're trying to finish up a job, which is, which goes for contractors and goes for homeowners themselves.
Mhm.
So he's got a little patchwork that he's doing. So I told him to get the Easy Sand 20 to use, which is the powder mix.
Mhm.
You add enough water to it, you mix it, and it says you have 20 minutes to work with it, but
Right.
actually you don't. I just want to give this tip out to the contractors and to the homeowners out there.
Yeah.
And he couldn't understand because he's been using it for a while. And Easy Sand is a lot different than regular compound in a bucket.
Right.
It doesn't have that same consistency.
Mhm.
It's got a glue base into it or whatever the situation's in it that makes it harden. So anyway, so he's working it today and he's like, oh my God, everything is seizing up on me. It's like I can't, it's not working right for me. And he was getting very frustrated with it. And I said, first of all, it is a lot easier to work with Easy Sand in the winter or in the fall than it is in the summer.
Really?
Especially, yes, because of this. If you read the bag, it tells you when you add water to Easy Sand, you're not really supposed to add water back to it again because it accelerates the hardening
Okay.
on the compound.
So once it's mixed, you got to work with it.
You got to pretty much you've got about a 30-second window if you have to add more water to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if after that, if you start to add water to it after you've been mixing it for about a minute and a half or whatever, you're done. It's gonna accelerate, and before you know it, boom, it's gonna be hard. But I was telling him, I said, listen to what we're dealing with almost 100% humidity here.
Right.
So you're basically adding water to the material, even though you're not. So the humidity in the air is going to accelerate your hardness on the Easy Sand. You don't have 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, on a day like today, bud, and there's no air conditioning in that house, you got about 8 to 9 minutes before. Yeah. So if you're mixing up with, a moat, which is a small pan, you got to make sure you don't mix a lot of it.
Right.
You got to keep going back. So Easy Sand basically can be a real pain in the ass.
Right.
If you don't, you got to really know that material and you got to know it in the weather. Because if you're working in an air conditioned house and you're mixing it in an air conditioned house, it's a totally different animal. You're dealing in a controlled environment and the air quality and the air is not humid.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. When you're doing it in humid weather, you're in for it. It's
right.
You just cut your drying time in half. Now the thing about Easy Sand too is that it hardens and it looks like it's still wet,
right?
And it still is. But if you're good enough with it, and if you know how to use a knife, you can give it a 40 minutes and do another coat.
Another coat. Yeah.
It's not going to dry that day. So what we try to do is when we're doing a patch or we're trying to finish what we got to do, we'll get at least 2 coats on during the day, and then conditions permitting, get another coat on it. We've done 3 in one day, but we're going to do one tomorrow morning, first thing.
Yep.
And bring in a hair dryer, a dryer.
The dryer. Yep. The air
dry
guns.
it up.
Yep.
We should be fine.
Nice.
Should work out just fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're gonna be done in no time.
Right. So 90 minutes. You got 20. I don't know how you can work 5-minute Easy Sand. How does that work?
Did they even make a 5?
Jesus, it's hard.
I think 15 is like the lowest, isn't it?
No, 5.
5 is really
5. Kidding. All I know is 5, 20, 5, 20, 45, and 90.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what. Don't think you're going to, in a day like today, don't think you got 90 minutes on that. No way. That is 30 minutes tops.
Wow.
Fast.
The 5 minutes got to be like mixing plaster.
Yeah.
Hardens like rockets.
Wet it and throw it on the wall. Done.
Yeah. You got to move fast.
I don't know how I'm afraid to even use it. Maybe it'd be a waste of money.
Imagine. Yeah.
I can't imagine.
No.
It's got to be a little patch you're doing.
It's got to be.
Well, works for some people.
Yes, it does. So you've been putting in windows?
Yeah. So that So I was explaining this to another customer. We're talking about windows, and actually, I got into the situation where I needed a window in a pinch, and I went to Home Depot, and they have Anderson windows, and like there's the Anderson window, the vinyl, which is what, the 200 series.
I thought it was 400, but it could be 200.
400 is the wood.
Is the wood, right? Yeah, so 200 is the
right.
final.
And I have to say that I was impressed with not just the Anderson window, but impressed at the stock that Home Depot had on the certain size windows. I really was. I was like, geez, I would make this work in my house. If I had to frame out, I'd frame out for these windows.
Absolutely.
So a 200 series window can go anywhere between between 200 225. It's under $300.
Yes.
Now the window that I got was a slider, an Anderson slider, vinyl, and it was 5 feet long, and it was 42 inches high.
Okay.
I think $250.
Yeah. Nice.
And it was, oh my God, I put it up and I was like, this is really good. I was very happy with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like crap. You know what I mean?
No, the Anderson windows are nice.
You know, it was built right. And it's so funny too, because if you buy people don't know this, but if you buy a 400 series, 200 series, or whatever window you're buying, it's all the same glass now, right? It's all low E.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What's
argon gas?
Yeah, argon gas.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're paying for the bells and whistles.
That's
what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Right. But the Anderson 400 series window is great. I like it. Tilts in. It's got a wood interior. It's got a clapboard on the outside,
it's like an aluminum clad, or vinyl clad. Yeah,
vinyl clad.
Yeah,
I think it's vinyl.
It could be.
And built very well.
Yeah,
but those windows are going to go between 400, 425, 475. The bigger the window, the more expensive it is.
And then you got to buy the screen separate.
Right. Those windows that we put in, which were the casement windows, which are the ones that roll out.
Yep.
How much was that window? That's a
triple window.
That was a triple window.
Yeah. I think it was probably a little over $1,000.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a big window, and it was made to be that way so that it was going in a bedroom, and Jimmy and Ben had to lower the opening to make it to code.
Yeah.
And then just when you have casement windows like that, they have to open up wide enough so that somebody like a firefighter can get in with their backpack on and just kind of slip through.
Well, when I put in a casement window, when it's that big, I usually I set up on the side of the house. Which is another cool thing that Anderson does now. They give you a temporary handle.
Oh, really?
A black handle.
Yeah.
To open and close.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to open up the packet.
Yeah.
Take out the cranks.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take the window out because they usually you just take a screwdriver and you pop it.
Yeah.
You could just pop it out and just pull the guide out.
Yeah.
And I was telling the homeowner, this used to be second nature to me, but I'm not going to push it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or right. So I got to find out what the new gimmick is, because it used to be so easy to pop them in and pop them out.
Right.
This one was didn't want to dent or.
Oh, geez, no.
We got it in. We got it in, dude. Yeah. It looks fine.
Yeah. So the only thing that you can't get at Home Depot or Lowe's in stock is a tempered glass window, which makes sense because they're not gonna store all that extra inventory just so you have a tempered glass. So I mean, you do need tempered glass if you're anywhere within 5 feet of a water source. So typically in bathrooms you go with a tempered glass.
How about, all right, here's a tempered glass window in a bathroom. All right, but it's near the sink and the shower's on the other side. You still need a tempered glass window
if you're within 5 feet.
Why?
I don't know.
Why am I going to get this sudden urge to slam my hand into the glass?
I have no idea. I don't get it. But that's the code. I believe that's an international code too. So that's nationwide.
So any bathroom window's got to be tempered.
Unless it's far enough. And believe it or not, they don't consider a toilet a water source.
I'm so confused.
Because you remember that Full House remodel we did over here on Roxbury?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had two windows in their bathroom.
Right.
One was within 5 feet of the shower. The other one was right over the toilet. The one over the toilet did not need tempered glass. The other one needed.
All right, so then I didn't need tempered glass on the window that's in my bathroom.
You're 5 feet from the shower tub.
You couldn't reach that. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't-
There's a reason for it, but
All right. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
we don't know.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
And tempered
Yeah.
glass is a lot more expensive than the regular window.
it is. It is.
Like a couple $100 more.
At least. Sometimes it's close to double.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Um.
Which to me, especially when they talked about, I think we may have talked about this on the show a while back. But south of 95, they require tempered glass for all windows.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't that law changing now?
So what happened is they considered, so I'll just give everybody a quick little rundown.
Yeah.
So this is how Connecticut works. So the Connecticut River is considered a water source. So the inspectors in like the Hartford area, Farmington, and those different areas there, they were being required to put in tempered glass because they were within 2 miles of the Long Island or a water body of water. So they went and lobbied to have the thing changed. So now all we have to do is just write up a form. You send it to the state, and they go ahead and give you the okay that you don't need them. Had they not considered the body of water of the river, we'd all be doing it still. We'd still be doing every single window tempered. And I think if you're if you're a firefighter, how do you get through a window if it's tapered?
Well, you're saying tempered, but
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought the windows that were down south of 95, even like in Florida and even all those houses along the shore, that they had to be hurricane windows, meaning that nothing could penetrate the glass, like a 2x4.
Yeah, which is kind of like a tempered glass. Yeah,
Right.
but it's a hurricane rated window. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, and those are double the cost.
And those laws are changing.
Only because of certain people that had some power up in the Hartford area, they lobbied against it, and now you can get it waived. You don't have to do it.
I find that honestly more dangerous.
I do
having
too.
a piece of glass. You're inside. You're in a fire. You can't get out. The fireman can't get in to save you.
Right.
What do? There's nothing. Might as well just be a wall.
Yeah.
I don't buy that. As a matter of fact, I got into it with an architect one time, and we talked about this. And I said, "Why can't you just put plywood over the window in the winter, or you're gonna have a hurricane? Put it. Some people don't want the little screw marks outside their windows. I would definitely go with that rather than a freaking window. And and I also heard shit too. And this is what I have. That's how I have to say it, is because if you take a hurricane direct hit on your window, you lose the seal of the window. You might have to replace the window.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I mean, and they wouldn't let you do the plywood for a while either. I mean, they wanted the actual hurricane hardware that you had to put around your window that the plywood would attach to.
Or you buy the hurricane shutters.
Or you buy the hurricane shutters.
I would buy the hurricane shutters and a hurricane door and all that stuff before I got a hurricane window. Because the hurricane shutters are doing the same thing as the window was doing.
Yep, it's blocking anything.
But
yep.
it's cheaper. And I have to say, I've seen people with the hurricane shutters and the hurricane windows. It doesn't look bad.
No.
It doesn't look bad at all.
But that hardware is not pretty.
No. So
that you attach the plywood to. Get these like big black brackets all around your window. Doesn't look nice.
I don't care. I'm looking out.
Yeah. You don't care what it looks like from the outside.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways you can dress it up and doctor it up. As far as I'm concerned,
probably. But now we don't have to worry about it.
Well, I think that's changing all over the country, though. I think like on the shorelines, like in Texas and in Florida, I know they're fighting that now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's basically FEMA's rule, so we have to override FEMA's law.
Right. But Jesus, you take a hurricane down south. Oh, what are you going to do? Don't go in the tub. Just hide behind the window because the window ain't going to do anything.
No, that's going to be great.
The rest of the house is gone, but these windows, look,
they
still slide up and down.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Don't like them.
No.
I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
What else happened? That was just there was something else that I was looking into. Yeah. So one of the great tools that was invented, about 10 years ago, has now come full circle, and everyone can get it now. Remember the fine tool when it first came out?
Yeah.
Now you can get them. Milwaukee makes them. DeWalt makes them. You know, we used to use duck hold saws to cut the trim and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now you can get what they call a fine tool or a multi-tool, which is you put a blade on it, you can cut molding, you cut everything, sheetrock, pieces of wood, this, that, the other.
Yeah, they got metal blades and everything else.
So I got into it with one of the distributors that calls me all the time. I'm not going to say his name right now. I'll bring it up later on in another conversation. But they have I guess one of the big companies that they use is like Viper. They make everything now. Viper is I think they're out of China, or I don't know whether they're out of no, I think they're the United States. But they make everything. They make flashlights, lights, all sorts of cool stuff.
Yep.
So he was pushing those fine tool blades on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, yeah, bring them to me. He goes, but I says, you can't beat the Bosch blades. The Bosch blades are like 2.5 inches, and they're got like a curve to them.
Yep.
And they're phenomenal.
And what do they cost?
Oh, I gotta say, I buy a package of 10 of them.
Okay.
So over $100 for the whole package.
Yeah.
But they're worth it.
Yep.
Because you can use them, and oh my God, they're fantastic.
Yep.
And this guy was swearing to me about the Viper blade, and I was just like, all right, I'll try it. Said, nope.
Can't. Really? You tried it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halfway. They lasted half as long as the Bosch blades do.
Oh, wow.
Bosch blades. Shit. Next time when I get it, it won't be next week, but the week after. There is a Sawzall blade out there. I know we talked about Diablo Blades.
Yeah,
before.
Diablos. Yep.
I have an orange blade. And I actually talked to the distributor where I got them from. It's an orange blade. So pissed that I forgot them. It's in my truck. These blades are amazing, dude.
Really?
Yeah. They're like the metal blade.
Yep.
Paul, I swear by them. And
wow.
I called the guy, says, dude, these are the ones if you have these are the ones I will get.
Yep.
Bosch makes a demo blade, which is sick looking, and that cuts nails, plywood. I think it almost cuts stone, for crying out loud. And those last a really long time, and they're durable. But these other orange blades that I used were fantastic.
They come in different sizes too.
Yeah, all sizes.
Yep.
They've got a wood blade too, which is very good. Their metal blade is just like it's off the chain. It's really, really good. Really happy with that. So I want to say something about the fine tool. It's a bimetal blade, meaning it can cut wood, hardwood, or you can cut nails with it. Now you can cut up to your 12 penny, 6 penny, fine nails, brad nails, that'll all cut. But when you're cutting into a thicker nail, and I was talking about this today with Ben, and he's like, I'm burning my blades out. I said, first of all, metal on metal, you should be at a low speed, not a high speed, low speed. Because metal works like machinists will even tell you that when they drill through steel, it's very low. It's a very low twist, and they add a little oil to it, and it's like butter. It's the same thing with the oscillating blades that you use. If you slow your blade down and you let the blade do the work, you cut through the steel much faster, quicker, and you save your blade life. When you start applying pressure and you're pushing it, you're burning your blade out.
Yeah.
It's the Bosch blade will hold up for it for a while, but heat is heat. Once things get too hot, they start losing their durability and their strength, and they start to wear out real quick. So that's just a tip of the trade. I think those fine tools are great for anyone, men, women, contractors, everybody can use those things. They're great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So everybody buy a fine tool.
Buy a fine tool, and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll tell you, that is the one tool that I can't stand the sound.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. You should wear earplugs.
Yeah, you should.
It sounds like you're listening to a mosque in high speed.
Yeah.
Or the dentist.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's awful.
Awful.
Then I came into the job that you and Lloyd were on. You guys were both using them. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what's worse than one? Two.
Well, hey. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we save a lot of time.
You did.
And you don't hack up the walls. We used to use sawzalls.
Yeah.
You just bend the blades, bang, play with bang, bend. You'd have these J blades bent all over.
Yeah.
Popping stuff. Now the fine tool.
Yep. Yeah. It is amazing how we use that more now than the Sawzall.
Yep. Yeah.
Sawzall is great for like demo, even cuts a cast iron tub. You get the right blade.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Makes it a lot easier to get it down the stairs in pieces. But you have to be careful with those sawzalls, like Mr. Ben learned.
Well, first of all, let's get into it. First of all, this is something I just found out, by the way.
Okay.
Which I've been investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Your tools, well, with an exception of your Ryobi table saw that lasted 400 years.
Yep.
You really should replace your tools like every, I don't know, anywhere between 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I got a table saw that's over 25 years old.
Wow.
And it's the stand that's shot. It was a Craftsman table saw. They don't make this table saw anymore.
Yeah.
They had an accordion. It had an accordion stand which was cool, and it had a pouch, canvas pouch, so that all the debris would go
in there. Yeah.
which was great.
Yeah.
But the stand is broken, so now I have to just go buy a regular tripod stand
Mm-hmm.
and set it on there. What was the point I was trying to get to right now? What was I talking about? What was I thinking about? Shit. God, I get too far ahead of myself. What were we just talking about?
We were talking about the Sawzall.
Oh, so you replace your saw.
Yeah.
All right. So Lloyd has got a Sawzall.
Yeah.
That's ancient.
Yep.
And it's missing a guide.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're using someone else's tool, which is like you shouldn't be because you don't know the tool.
Yep.
And there was a glitch in the tool. There was missing a guide.
Mm-hmm.
Ben put his finger in where the reciprocating part of the saw is.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't see it, and he took his finger off.
Mm-hmm.
The nasty took half his nail off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was bled for 3 days.
Yep. He did.
He did.
And all I kept saying is, I got a newfound respect for that tool. It's like, good. That is good.
But you shouldn't even be using tools like skill saws. If your guide won't retract and go back down,
yeah,
fix the retraction on the saw, but don't use a saw at all. You will cut your finger.
Mm-hmm.
You will go to the hospital and you will get stitches and you will do some serious damage to yourself.
Yeah. No, agreed. You definitely, like you said, you do want to change out your tools, especially when, the guides and things that are there to, help protect you are no longer there. It's not a safe tool. I mean, you're used to it, so you probably feel okay. Yeah. I don't mind. I know the feel of this tool, but like you said, anybody else who tries to use somebody else's tool, not good.
I got an old Hitachi, one of the first miter Hitachis ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Thing weighs about 4,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I still use it. Doesn't have a guide on the top of it anymore. A safety guide.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the thing, and it's like it's a great tool. I hated the stand. I got rid of it because every time I went to use the stand, I'd always take a chunk of flesh out of my shoulder, my forearm.
Really?
Yeah. Awful stand that it had. It was just all metal and sharp, and it was like, so I got rid of it.
Yeah.
Put a Dewalt on it. But really, I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, I really should not have this saw anymore. I should really throw it out.
Yeah.
It's just too dangerous.
Yeah.
I can't have somebody using it and something happen. And the Hitachi is really, really good, has a really good miter saw. Lighter. I was looking at it. Ryobi's got a really cool looking little guy, really cool looking thing. And that would just, if you're not doing crown molding,
right?
What else do you need it for? You know what I mean? It slides. It's a sliding.
The slide's great.
Sliding miter.
Yeah.
So you can do baseboard and do, colloidal casement and stuff like that. That's a great saw.
Yeah.
Unless you I was always intimidated by the Dewalt Miter Saw, big one.
Yeah.
That's another thing. when you got to move those saws, they take up a lot of room in your truck, in your trailer, in your warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
the stands take up a ton of room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the more compact, the better for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I prefer.
Well, nobody has an older table saw than my father-in-law. So
no.
When
your father was born, the table saw was made the same
basically,
day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
it still has belts and pulleys and everything else.
You have to like start the blade, push the blade,
kind
to
of
get it
like
going.
That. It's kind of like a prop plane. You got to spin it quick.
Yeah. My buddy's got a cement mixer, the same thing.
Really?
You gotta spin the pulley. We use it at the cottage. It's so funny. Tommy Benasia, baby, is a shout out to you and your 40-year-old road warrior. That thing broke on us 3 times.
Really?
Oh, put it back together. Keep going. Mix the bag, just one bag at a time.
Nice.
Oh my God. So we got half the cement on the slab, half on the ground. Kept on going, spinning it. Spin it. You gotta spin it, hit the switch, spin it, and then get the wheel going. Oh my God. Hilarious.
I tried to talk my father-in-law into battery powered.
Oh, no way. Can't, no way. No.
So he's like, so what do you have? I said, I have a battery powered lawnmower. And he's like, how do you start it? I said, you just push a button. You hold a button and another button and it starts. He's like, well, don't you miss the satisfaction of like pulling on the string and getting it going and stuff? I'm like, no. No, I don't.
I guess you enjoy pulling the string and the thing kicks back and pulls your arm out of the socket.
Right,
exactly. Must love that, right?
Yeah.
Or you go to pull it and it gets caught and it's like pull your shoulder out. That's what you want.
You gotta keep old school. You can't go with the new stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll ever be that old.
I have those $3 landscaping lights you stick in the ground, the solar ones.
Yeah.
I had a silver one.
Yeah.
Caught it with my John Deere.
Oh no.
Blew my tire right out.
No.
Because it's metal.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell I did, but it went bang, bang, boom, pow. Came out the side. By the time I parked it, I was flat. I was like, oh shit.
Oh wow.
Big gap. Big
really
in the tire.
Oh jeez.
So, you know what? So I had to buy John. I thought I bought the John Deere tires. No, of course. I bought a pair, thank God.
Yeah.
But they were different sizes. It's the same size tire, the same number, but it's a different style. So anyway, I had to change them.
Yeah.
And I had to go on I had to go online to figure out how to change the tire on these things.
Yeah.
It really isn't that hard.
Okay. Is it like doing it on a car or?
No, it's much easier.
Much easier.
You just got to jack the tire up, and they have these fake rubber. It's like a fake rubber nut that's on there, but you pinch it and you pull it off, and then it's a clip and a washer.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a
it's like that cotter pin thing.
It's like a cotter pin.
Yeah.
But there's a thing inside. Oh, what do you call it? It's like a key. They call it a key, and it's a little black piece of steel.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to put that in the new tire, and it lines up on the axle, and you got to slide it in. But it's got to be exact, or the key won't go in. That's the thing you got to fight with.
Yeah,
and then getting that pin back on. But you got to go online to see how it's done. And even the guy who was doing it was screwing up, but he finally got it.
Yeah,
he finally got it. But oh my God, yeah.
Nice.
So I try to be as careful as possible. I've already changed the pulley on it.
Really?
Well, the belt.
This isn't that old, right?
No. But the belt, I did something.
Yeah.
I'm not Bob McDonough. I am not Bob McDonough.
I thought of him the other day. I was sitting outside and my neighbor was mowing the lawn.
Bang!
If I had walked over there and they had a pile of stones and they kept just running it over the pile of stones, that's what it sounded like until finally one was just too big and it just bam, and it didn't run after that. It was done. Yeah, it was done. I was like, holy crap, what are you guys running over there? Jesus.
Oh yeah.
So,
I have a very green lawn, but it ain't because of the lawn. It's crabgrass. I got crabgrass.
Well, at least you got green lawn. Nobody else does.
That's right. It's holding the soil
together. Yeah, nobody else does.
Oh my God.
And we ain't getting green grass until next year.
I know. It's just like, I'm so sad because the guy says, now you got to just cover it with a tarp and let it die. And then you got to scrape it out. And then you got to reseed the whole thing. You have no idea how much that was just supreme hatred. Reseeding my lawn.
Ugh.
I hate that.
So yeah, you got to kill it all first and then reseed it.
Yeah, strip it out and then start
Yep.
all over again.
Ugh.
Then weed
That was a lot
feed.
That was a lot of work you guys did.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
I was pissed. Topsoil, everything. Didn't take.
Wow.
Took it over, man.
Wow. Yeah, that crabgrass is nasty.
You know what you should have on? You know who you should have on the show?
Who?
True Green. Because I had them when I had the house in Clinton.
Yeah.
They were great.
Really?
Yeah. My lawn looked great. They did some, and they used they're organic.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked what they did. I
Yeah.
was really happy with them. As I was driving away, because I just sold the house and going to my other house.
Yeah.
Full of crabgrass.
Yeah.
That was the hardest thing about that whole thing.
Yeah.
I worked so hard on that. I got that lawn perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great. Okay, let's sell.
Yep.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
In the same time, could you take those bamboo shoots and stick them under my fingernails?
Nice.
All
All right.
right, so we got Lou Jean Kelly on the show next
Lou
week.
Jean, if you guys remember, she came on and was talking about her house and whether or not she was going to sell or what she was going to do. So she's going to fill us in as to what she ended up doing
And what she's
got going on. Yep.
And how she's doing it. She's doing it from the ground up. I thought you guys and girls would like to hear exactly what she's doing. We're gonna she's gonna check in with us, from weeks on in, where she's at, what she's got going on, the trials and tribulations, the joys, the successes and the nightmares, which we all go through.
Right.
So we'll have things to share.
Nice. It'll be great.
It'll be fantastic.
It'll be good to see her again.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. We do appreciate it. Please tell your friends and family about Behind the Studs. And Jim and I'll see you next week.
Next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.